Dear listeners, we have good news. In the description under this video, you can find our new channel. Please support our channel by subscribing so you won't miss any new fascinating stories. Enjoy listening to it. I have had a passion for travel since childhood. My father, who worked for an international company, often went on business trips, and I always looked forward to the opportunity to go on a new adventure with him. We explored different countries, immersing ourselves in their unique cultures, exploring their natural attractions, and making new friends. Each trip has been an amazing experience for me and an inspiring opportunity to expand my horizons. As I grew up, my passion for travel did not wane, and I decided to make it my career. I started working for a travel company, where I had the opportunity to help others fulfill their dreams of discovering new places and experiencing different cultures. My job was to create and organize trips, choose the best places to visit, book hotels and transportation, and provide information about places of interest and local traditions. One day during one of my work trips to a tourism event, I met Dala. It was at a specialized exhibition where our company presented its travel offers. In the crowd, I saw a very pretty girl who stood out noticeably among other people. I immediately felt a connection and decided to introduce myself to her. Hello, my name is David. I work for a travel company. Do you? Hi, David. I am Della. I really like your company and what you do. I have always dreamed of traveling and exploring new places. I heard about this event and I decided to visit it. Thanks, Della. I share your passion for travel too. What places do you dream of visiting? Oh, I have a long list of desired destinations. I dream of adventuring in the Amazon jungle, exploring the ancient cities of Italy, and immersing myself in the magic of Kyoto in Japan. Dala answered dreamily. Sounds amazing. I'm sure we can help you make your dreams come true. I can share our best tours with you and help you plan your perfect trip. That would be great, but such trips are now a luxury for me. I browse through various offers and select the most suitable option. Unfortunately, I'm not the daughter of a millionaire, so I cannot fulfill all my dreams. Dala answered timidly but with a smile. I understand you perfectly. I myself have often gone on cheap tours, spending the night in cheap hostels or even in a tent. I just wanted to see new places at any cost. I did not regret sacrificing comfortable conditions. I was satisfied early on, and now, in my memory, there are many beautiful places that have given me happy moments. So, there is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. In our company, I will be able to find you excellent options. Excellent options at an affordable price. Very pleased to hear. And you do not look like an ordinary wanderer with a backpack and worn shoes. Dala replied with a smile. A couple of years ago, you would have had no doubt about it. That's the kind of stranger I was. But times are changing, so everything is possible in this world. Trust me, I'm speaking from personal experience, I replied with a smile to Dala. I did find an amazing offer for her, though. It was a great tour. Of course, the tour was much more expensive, but I decided to help her using my official authority, and I arranged a trip for her at a big discount, presenting her as my close relative. Dala was very grateful to me. After she returned from her tour, we met again and continued our communication. We became closer by sharing our travel stories, dreams, and values. Dala turned out to be just as passionate and adventurous as me. She was a graceful and energetic woman with a beautiful smile and sparkling eyes. She was an inspiring companion, always ready for new adventures. Her curiosity and spontaneity created a special atmosphere during our travels. I loved seeing her admire the beauty of nature, immerse herself in the local culture, and rejoice at every new discovery. My income and official position allowed us to stay in comfortable hotels. It was like a fairy tale. We spent a lot of time together, and each trip was an opportunity for us to get to know each other even better. We shared the joy and delight of new places, tastes of local cuisine, and meeting interesting people. Together we created memories that will forever remain in our hearts. Thus my wanderlust merged with my love for Dala, and we happily continue to explore the world together, creating our own stories of adventure and love. My love for Dala still hasn't faded, even though it's been 25 years since we got married. Dala didn't have to work because I was making good money and could easily provide for our livelihood. I have always trusted her, and she has never given me cause for disappointment. Now, I had a lot of work and I could not always keep her company on vacation, but I boldly sent her alone, and my confidence in her devotion was unshakable up to a single moment. I had a lot of work to do again, and I decided to send her on the best tour of my agency. When she left, I was looking through the records and came across one incomprehensible situation. It turned out that there was another seat on her ticket written in the name of John Williams. I asked my assistant about it, but she didn't know anything about it. At first I thought it was some kind of confusion. I wanted to talk to her about it, but I still couldn't get through to her. Bad thoughts like a snowball began to grow in my head. I felt the bitterness of disappointment and distrust. My first reaction was filled with mixed emotions. I experienced rage and pain, as well as a strong sense of resentment. I couldn't understand how Dala could do such a thing, especially after 25 years of a happy marriage. I didn't wait for Dala to return. I put aside all my business and took the next flight to the place where Dala was resting. Throughout the journey, the trembling did not leave my hands. I was afraid to see what I thought. The thoughts drove me crazy. Early in the morning, I was already at the hotel where Dala was resting. I went up to the 7th floor and walked quickly down the long hallway that led to the hotel room where Dala was supposed to be. I nervously began to shake and pull the door handle, but the door was locked from the inside. Then I went to the wall to gain momentum, and then I broke into the room. What the heck? With screams and a frightened look, sleepy Dala jumped out of bed. Dala, what's going on? I found out that you went on vacation with some man. Who is this man? I shouted and pulled off the blanket under which the girl was in fear. Gwen? I asked with great surprise. Hi, David. What are you doing here? You scared us to death. Dala's friend, whom I knew but did not know her last name, spoke out. David, calm down. It's a mistake. I booked a tour for myself and my friend Juana, as you can see. They incorrectly indicated the name in the questionnaire when they transferred it to the database, I guess. Oh God, I thought, I'm sorry, Dala. I shouldn't have judged you right away. I just got scared and jumped to conclusions. David, I understand why you were so upset. I never meant to hurt you or let you down. Sorry for causing this situation. I love you very much, and our 25 years together is a precious gift for me. What about your phone? I broke it when I was at the airport. Didn't have time to buy a new one. Honey, you were so nervous for nothing. Everything is fine. I love you. It's just a ridiculous situation, as you can see. I love you too, Dala. You are the most precious thing for me, and I really should not have doubted our love and loyalty. I promise not to invent fictitious betrayals or doubt us again. We can overcome any challenge, right? Of course, David. We are stronger than any doubts or mistakes. We deserve each other and our happiness. Let's forgive each other and continue our beautiful journey together. Just don't scare me like that again. This incident was another lesson for me in our long history of love and trust. I realized that even the strongest relationships can face trials and misunderstandings. However, through open and honest communication, we were able to overcome this barrier and strengthen our bond even more. Since then, I appreciate Dala more and always try to give her enough time and attention. My business is thriving, but now I also understand that our family is the most important thing in my life. Our family's well-being and happiness is much more important than any professional success. We continue to travel together, creating new memories and enjoying every moment. I felt joy again with Dala, and it seemed to me that nothing could change that. This happiness lasted for a couple of months, but then another situation happened that clouded my thoughts. It was a rainy day and my work plans changed dramatically. I was supposed to be on a business trip for several days, but my plans changed. I got a cold and had to go home early. When I arrived home, Dala was not there. I mustered the last of my strength to prepare a birthday dinner for Dala and waited for her at home. Suddenly I heard a knock at the door. I also wondered why Dala wouldn't open the door with her keys. I opened the door and saw a courier with a large bouquet of flowers. At first, I tried to assure the courier that he was mistaken, but he clearly indicated my address. I took the bouquet with a lack of understanding of what was happening. It contained a small note that read, Dala, thanks for the great nights. Looking forward to having you back at my hotel. You're insatiable. Henry, I was in complete shock. I only knew one Henry who owned a hotel, and he collaborated with my organization. I checked the sender's address, and it was the same resort town where I knew Henry's hotel was located. Did this bastard sleep with my wife? Anger swept over my mind. I wanted to kill Dala as soon as she showed up on my doorstep, but common sense made me calm down. I threw away the note, and Dala asked a few questions about the bouquet out of courtesy. I saw Dala lie to me, looking straight into my eyes. I decided to take revenge on these bastards, but only if it was confirmed. I had friends who were spying, so I hired a couple of experienced guys to follow Dala and give me proof of her infidelity. I didn't have to wait long. Dala was about to go on holiday again, and I stayed at home, but she wasn't too upset. She went on vacation alone, or so she thought, followed by the guys I hired. Soon, I received a video that simply stunned me. It was filmed in a hotel room that belonged to Henry. The video showed Henry and Dala together. "Dala, baby, you've been so nervous lately," Henry said. "My husband has begun to suspect something again. I just calmed him down with a false lead recently when he arrived at the hotel and saw Juan instead of you. He thought that he himself was to blame for everything, but this bouquet of yours almost ruined everything for us. It's a good thing that the courier lost your note, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to justify myself. Don't worry, I've been deceiving your husband for years. He doesn't even notice that I don't pay him the full price for bringing clients to my hotel. Don't forget, Henry, it's all thanks to me. It was I who came up with this plan. This scheme was my idea to replace reporting," Darla said. "You're a real genius," Henry said. "Come to me and I will thank you." He then dragged my wife to bed. These bastards were passionately fucking like animals right in front of my eyes. All my fears and suspicions were confirmed as I raised a trembling hand to my mouth, taking a gulp of whiskey from my half-full glass. With a wild cry, I threw the glass against the wall, shattering it into pieces. Desperation paralyzed my thoughts, but I managed to find the strength to recover. When Darla returned from her vacation, I looked at her as if she were a cheap slut, but I tried not to give myself away. I had prepared a great revenge plan that would show Darla the other side of a wealthy life. After some time, I suggested that Darla take a cruise for several months on a large tourist liner. She happily agreed and went on the journey alone, unaware of what I had in store for her. I secretly registered her for work, and during the entire trip, she had to work as a cleaner on the ship. "David, what the hell is going on here?" she exclaimed excitedly. "They're making me work. This must be some kind of mistake." "There is no mistake, you stupid chicken," I replied. "I know all about you and Henry and your offer. You dirty lying creature who betrayed me. Your lover will also have a hard time, so don't be surprised if you can't get through to him. You have no idea what I am capable of, so I advise you to shut up and work diligently on the ship. Otherwise, you will be dropped off in the most inappropriate place for girls, where you will have to earn your food by pleasing dirty men. Although you may enjoy it, I have arranged for this to be done to you if you refuse to work." "David, please don't," Darla pleaded. "Come on, I'll explain everything." "There's no need for explanations, work bitch. And be glad that I didn't beat you right away when I found out about your brazen lie. We are getting divorced. Have a good rest." I spoke up and hung up. I found evidence of Henry's deception and managed to uncover his illegal bookkeeping. These were substantial sums for which Henry paid no taxes, so this bastard was put behind bars. Exhausted Darla also had a difficult time after she returned. Her fault was also evident, and I did not interfere with the investigation, so now she had to go through the courts. But her future fate no longer concerned me. I took a long vacation and went on a long-planned trip to the most beautiful places in the world. My great revenge and new joys in life allowed me to let go of my painful resentment and leave this lie in the past. Dear listeners, your support is very important to us. If you enjoyed our story, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's very motivating for us. We need your feedback to improve our content